global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to Global Happenings Today YouTube channel. It's no longer news that Bichi has resigned. Most persons believe that he was advised to resign simply because of a lot of politicking going on behind the scene, but something very unique happened while that went down. The fact that the lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu is making very strong allegations against the likes of Rufai, Bichi and all that over his client Nnamdi Kanu. We're going to find out what it is. Before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel. Now, Aloy Ejimako, who happened to be the lead counsel for Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, as at some few minutes ago actually, named two former top-ranking security officials responsible for the extraordinary rendition of the Biafran agitator. Now, Ejimako stated that the immediate past Director General of the National Intelligence Agency, NIA, that's Ahmed Rufai, and ex-Director General of the Department of State Services, DSS, that's Yusuf Bichi, were responsible for Kanu's extraordinary rendition. Now, Kanu was extraordinarily renditioned from Kenya to Nigeria sometime in June 2021. The IPOB leader had left Nigeria after being granted bail by Justice Binta Nyako of an Abuja Federal High Court. Now, Kanu fled Nigeria in 2017 after the Nigerian army invaded his residence in the Afaruku area of Abia State. And after an extensive search, the IPOB leader was arrested and subjected to extraordinary rendition from Kenya. Meanwhile, the President Bola Tinubu has replaced Rufai and Bichi with Ambassador Mohammed and Adiola Ajayi. However, posting on his social media handle, Ejimako wrote, and I quote, "Do you know that Ahmed Rufai, who just resigned as DG, NIA, and Yusuf Bichi, who was yesterday replaced as DG DSS, were variously responsible for the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu, who is next? Touch not my anointed." He's literally saying that it is because of their activity against their leader, Nnamdi Kanu, that warranted them to be advised to resign. Some person said that Bola Tinubu sacked them. But let's look at this critically. Everything that has a beginning will definitely have an end. And if they were responsible, this is just being honest now. If they were responsible for the extraordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu, which is against the law of the land, and I think when the likes of Ejimako and other learned lawyers, legal team of Nnamdi Kanu went through it, they did quote a lot of issues and parameters that United Nations had set up about, bringing in whoever it is. There's a process that's being done, but not extraordinary rendition in them. Now, if they have gone against the UN Charter on that processes, I think they should be meant to face the law. But some persons believe that, some strong top politicians are saying that they don't want them to do, that's the likes of Bichi and the rest. They don't want them to be in from the old dispensation to this new dispensation. So that whatever quote unquote things they've done in the time past that does not tally well with proper procedures, that this government does not want to inherit such. I do not know how true that is. But I believe that Ejimako believes that it is their sins, quote unquote, that is catching up with them. I personally believe everything that has a beginning have an end. They can't possibly be on that seat forever. The likes of Lai Mohammed was the one-time media person. I think this is a communication person to the then president Buhari, but he was replaced by another. So I think it's a case of maybe at that point in time when Bola Ahmed Tinubu just came in as the president, he was preoccupied with so many issues that he didn't really take note that the likes of Bichi and Mohammed Yusuf have been in the past dispensation. I guess it's time to begin to look into upholding the system. But if you ask me, if they have advised them to resign or they sack them, they have served. They have served. But if there is anything they have done that is not in consonance with the UN Charter, that is against human rights of Nnamdi Kanu or any other person, I think now that they are no more in on their seats, the immunity clause around them would have been removed. So whoever feels that they went through whatever issues they went through in life, or Nnamdi Kanu was an extraordinary rendition, I think it's the time now for the legal representation of Nnamdi Kanu, the person of Aloy Ejimako, who actually brought it on social media. I think it's time for him now to sue them if they've not done the right thing. Then they will now say, okay, they did it on behalf of the government of Nigeria, then all of that to come into fair. But if not, just mentioning it is like saying, God, don't catch them. If you ask me, those guys are made, they've served their country. Nnamdi Kanu is still in detention. Okay, so to me, it's not good enough to say, touch not my anointed. They have served 4 years and some years. I think they served 5 years. They came in during the time and reign of Buhari. And they even stayed till 1 more year of reign of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the president of this country. So they even served 5 years. If you ask me, they did well, quote and unquote, because nothing had happened to them. They were advised to resign, or they resigned, or they were sacked. I do not know, but they are no more. That's it. If you feel that your client was extraordinary rendition by them and it was against the UN Charter, now is the best time to begin to probably drag them to UN, to drag them to the court, human rights court, to that effect, so that they can pay the price of not properly going through the rudiments of their job, so that no human rights, no right will be abused. But just to say that it's okay, God, no touch not to my anointed, I feel it's not. For a legal luminary, you should know best. Now that they have been out of their system and they don't have immunity, I think it's about time. If you are sure that they are behind the extraordinary rendition, then begin to sue them. Try with whatever legal means you think. Of course, if you try to sue them through the Nigerian process, you have entered one chance, literally. But just go through the right process. Other than that, they were not disgraced out. So to me, it's just, they're just saying things probably for emotional sake, or they're just being emotional. Say it the way it is. And if you have proofs, because that's another thing, not just to say, okay, do you know they're behind? Okay, now that they were behind, is there a proof? If there are proofs, then get justice for your clients, and don't just sit back and, be comfortable with touch not my anointed. To me, it's emotional. You're just being emotional. That's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our comment section. Your case, your own view may differ. Let's interact, brainstorm now.
Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze.